Hello and welcome to Kids Church Online. Yes, we're here in Kids Church and I'm so pleased that you've joined us to watch this episode of Kids Church Online together. We are starting a whole new series.
A whole new series?
A whole new series. And it's about a special character called, drumroll please, Joshua.
Joshua!
Yeah.
The Faithful Hall of Fame, Joshua. This is Joshua. Joshua was an Israelite who followed Moses through the wilderness.
1, 2, 3, here we go. Oh, yeah.
Joshua learned from Moses as Moses led the Israelites through the Red Sea. And as Moses taught the people about God's law.
Oh, yeah. I see. Everyone, listen up.
One day, Moses was talking to the Israelites. He was reminding them of the law and all that God had done for them.
Yeah. Now, see here, all you.
When Moses had finished giving instructions to the people, he said, "I am no longer able to lead you.
Hold on.
Do not be afraid, for God will neither fail you nor abandon you."
Yeah.
Then Moses called Joshua
Yeah?
and told him to be strong and courageous, for he would lead the Israelites into the promised land.
See?
Then Moses died. To this day, no one knows exactly where he was buried. The people and all of Israel mourned. The people of Israel looked to Joshua to lead them, as Moses had told them.
There he is. Yeah.
God told Joshua to be strong and courageous, for he would be with Joshua wherever he went. He told him to remember what Moses had told him and to study the book of instruction. God told Joshua that it was time to lead the people of Israel across the Jordan River and into the Promised Land.
Okay, here.
Joshua told the Israelite officials to go throughout the camp.
Down there.
They instructed everyone to pack up and get ready to head out.
Come on.
Joshua told the Israelites they were going to cross the Jordan River.
See here. This is what I'm gonna do, okay?
And so, Joshua prepared to lead his people as the Lord had commanded.
So we've just seen in Joshua 1, Joshua is called by God. Okay, so we've kind of heard little stories about Joshua here and there. He's been following Moses, he's been in the background a little bit. But now that he's come to this point in the Bible, in the story of God, where Joshua is called. He's called for a new challenge, if you like. He's called to step up into a new role of leadership. It's a really pivotal moment with God's people. And Joshua is now ready to go and lead the people that Moses had been leading, but now it's Joshua's time to lead them. It's kind of scary at the same time for Joshua. He must have felt really nervous because Moses was a pretty good leader. Okay, he made mistakes, like all of us do.
Yeah.
But Joshua would have been really looking up to Moses for a long time. In fact, he would have been looking to Moses for most of the godly things that we read about now. But now it was Joshua's turn to help others know what to do. So Joshua had to step up into what God was calling him to do. And you know what? For you guys, God is calling you guys to be leaders. He's calling you guys to lead and to step up. So who knows what that might look like? It might be a little bit scary. You might look to others. Who might you look to? Okay, so as we've just learned, Joshua is ready to step up. He's been called to lead. So he's a little bit nervous, we know that. He's been looking up to Moses for a long, long time. So what is it that God says to boost his confidence? Well, actually, God says two things. He says you need to be strong and courageous. You need to be strong, so you need to choose to be strong in this moment.
A bit like Hulk.
A bit like Hulk, yeah. You need to have like supernatural strength in God to lead the people, and you need to be courageous. That means that you need to be bold. You need to have courage, not be fearful about the future. Those are two really important traits with leadership. If we're weak, if we choose to be living a weak life where we feel like we're not able, God isn't able to use that. But if we know that we can find strength in God, He uses that for His glory. And He calls them to be courageous. Secondly, to have courage. Now, sometimes we can get a bit afraid. We can be fearful and worry about the future. But if we choose to have courage in God, that He's going to pull through for us. We can trust Him.
Yeah.
In the difficult times, you know, He had to be strong and courageous. Strong and courageous was what He was called to. And if you guys want to lead and you're not sure about it, those are two traits to hold on to. Be strong and be courageous. Go for it.
So something that we can struggle with is that actually we can compare ourselves to what other people do and how other people lead. So an example of this could be that actually when you go back to school in the September, because you're all on your summer holidays now, whoop, whoop, you might get asked whether you want to step up and be a class rep and be on the school council or something a little bit like that. But you might be thinking, I can't do that because Tony did it last year and he was really good.
To be fair, Tony was really good.
Or Sally did it last year. And
Sally, she was amazing.
Sally and Tony, they were like amazing.
Duo.
They were like the awesome.
Like Hawkeye and Black Widow.
Hawkeye?
Hawkeye.
Hawkeye.
I'm sorry.
Hawk.
That sounds very
Hawk.
English. Hawk.
But they...
Like Mario and Luigi, that's a better one. There we go.
So what you could be comparing yourself to Sally and Tony or Mario and Luigi.
Super Mario.
If you ever want to be a plumber, you might compare yourself to them, and you shouldn't do that. And it's really hard for us not to compare ourselves to others, because our natural instinct is to go, well, what about that person? They did it like this. But the thing is, God gives us all different gifts and talents to be the best that we can be, and that's what we need to focus on.
So true.
So Joshua helped Moses and did a load of stuff for Moses, but Joshua sometimes did struggle with that. But he got from God to be strong and courageous, and when you're strong and courageous, even though that can be tough sometimes, the best will happen.
Sam, have I ever told you that I really like your flannel shirt?
You say it many times.
I'm going to go and buy myself one.
You take my burden and you make it light. You make it light.
So I want to pray for you now as you go back to school. My arm really hurts.
What, from lifting it?
I don't know, it just does something every now and then. Anyway, I want to pray for you after that little tangent. And what's you know me, you know I love a good tangent. I'm going to pray for you now as you head onto your summer holidays as well, because the weather is great. So Lord, I thank you that you love us. I thank you that you know us, and I thank you that you are with us. And I just pray that when there's times coming up that we need to be strong and courageous, Lord, that we can remember what you did with Joshua, your child.
Yeah.
And I thank you for that, Lord. And I just pray that we are bold, we are strong, and we know that you are with us.
Come on.
Amen.
Amen.
Wow! What we just saw was amazing.
We have absolutely loved doing Kids Church this week, and we're super excited for next week to be continuing the story of Joshua together.
Joshua?
Joshua?
You know, I was going to be called Joshua.
Do you know what? That would have been far better than Samuel.
Well, no, because my initials would have been Jam.
That's true. Joshua Schmoshua.
I wasn't called Joshua because Mum heard a naughty boy being called Joshua on the beach, and it was Joshua! Joshua! Stop doing that.
Oh,
It's a story that she tells me every time I talk about
But
it.
you are kind of a naughty boy though, Sam.
I am, but I'm lovable.
Kind of.
Anyway, enough of that. We'll see you next week.
Bye!
Ta-ra!